This is the new Discover 2 from Velotric, the first of 7 new e-bikes the company is releasing this year. With a battery rated to IPX7 and the e-bikes themselves rated to IPX6, the new Velotrics are the most water-resistant e-bikes you can buy under 2K. And you get a lot for your money. We'll check it out next on Crisscrossed. Okay, so the new Velotrics are IP6 or IPX6 waterproof, and the battery is IPX7 waterproof. So they say you can drop it in a body of water, you can power wash this thing with no problem. So I'm going to take the battery out, duck it in this pond for a couple minutes, take it out, dry it off, put it back on the bike, and we'll see if it starts. So let's do it. All right, left it in there for a minute or two. Gonna pull it out, clean it off, and then dry it off, and put it back on the bike. I did see some bubbles coming out when I dropped it in there. All right, so the battery is sufficiently wet. Don't recommend putting it on the bike until you dry it off. So these connection points don't like water. And but if you dry it off, it should start right up. I saw a couple of YouTubers, Scott Hardesty, he dunked the entire bike in a pond for 5 minutes. It took him a while to get it back on, but it did finally come back on. Micah Toll also dropped it in a big bucket of water, and did the same thing. So, all right, this thing's pretty dry. I see some droplets here and there, but it feels a little wet, but there's some water in here in the prong areas. All right, moment of truth. Ah, there it is. Came back on. And you can see the bike's working. The Discover 2 is rocking these Kenda street tires. Very nice street tires with a nice street tread here. 27.5 by 2.4 inches wide. And it's mated with this nice front suspension fork here with lockout and preload. And you got hydraulic brakes here sitting on 180 millimeter rotors. Our Tektro hydraulic brakes. And here's a look at those rotors as well. This is the battery here. It's completely UL listed, so there are no worries about a bad kind of battery. This is UL certified, and there's a sticker right here on the e-bike that shows you that proof. It's a holographic sticker, and this is probably the most official sticker you can get, I think, for a UL battery. So nice job, Velotric. And of course, this is a step-through frame, so very easy to mount, get on and off. This is only 15 inches high, so pretty much, it's great for any rider out there from 4'11" to 6'4", they say. And this is a large model. It comes in a medium as well. So you can get a little bit smaller frame as well if you are even shorter than that. All right, so from a performance perspective here, we're looking at a torque sensor e-bike. So you're going to work on this e-bike, you're going to get exercise, and that's definitely true with this Velotric here. It's got a 750 watt motor back here in the rear hub, peaks at 1100 watts, 75 newton meters of torque, top speed is 28 miles an hour. Max range, they say, is 75, that seems a bit excessive. Rider weight limit 440, and the Discover 2 can pull 880 pounds of weight. They did a video somewhere on their website, I think, where they pulled a bunch of weight, 880 pounds with this e-bike. So it's definitely got some power back there, and it's a good motor. Here's a look at that front shock. It doesn't have a massive amount of travel, but I don't think you're going to bottom it out because it's kind of pretty hard to do. So locking it is this way, unlock is this way. It's got a little more give there. It was only half open. And there is an app for Velotric, and there's also Apple Find My. So this is one of the only bikes, one of the few bikes I've seen online that you can pair with your iPhone and keep track of your e-bike. Now, if you have a Google phone or something else, Samsung, you're out of luck. But if you're an iPhone owner like me, you can track it. You don't need to buy a separate tracker device. Here's a look at the large indicator for the frame size on your Velotric. And this rack is nice. It's actually max load 66 pounds, and it's MIC HD rated, so you can put those MIC baskets and bags back here on the Velotric. So really nice rack back here. The derailleur is a Shimano Altus, and it's definitely a little, I think it's a step up from the Turney derailleurs that are common on most e-bikes. And here's a look at that chain and the chain guard there. I think it's just a 48 tooth probably up front there. Here's a look at the Discover name and those Kendas. You got a nice rear rack back here with a brake light and turn signals. That's right, this bike has turn signals. I'll show you some light action as well. Here's the Velotric Discover 2 light at night. It's at the top up here. You can angle it down. And it's a pretty wide circle, I'd say. Yeah, it's pretty bright. Here's a look at that rear tail light. Let's turn the to the left. And there's the right. It's very bright at night, actually. All right, here's a look at the cockpit. You got these nice swept back handlebars with these awesome ergonomic rubber grips. You got a trigger shifter right here, 8 speeds. Mechanical disc brakes with mineral oil. You got a front headlight that's on top of the handlebars up here. Good placement. And you can angle it with your hand as well if you need to. On the left side, you have a control panel right here. Here's your power button. Left and right turn signals, plus and minus for the PS levels. And your light is right here. And you get a walk mode as well. This button here is the mode button for toggling on the display, so we'll get to that. And here's your left side thumb throttle for the bike. Alright, I'm going to turn the bike on. And this bike has 3 modes, actually. Eco, Trail, and Boost. Right now it's in Trail. You can see the battery percentage up here. You got your speed, you got your PS levels, time trip, trip distance. If we click the mode button, what does that do? Okay, we got average speed, max speed, calories burned, CO2 saved, total time, odometer. Okay. Now, to get to the settings here, to change the speed levels, there is a manual. And I have to read this manual to figure out how to get to the boost mode. Right? Who doesn't want boost mode, right? So let's see here. There is also a reset trip data instructions as well. So single press the M button to enter the setting page. Okay, there it is. There's the reset trip button. Riding mode. Okay, probably press the M button again. Select select the arrows to switch to eco modes. Okay, so we press the M button. Now we're at trail. If we go back, that's eco. If we go to the right, there's boost. Okay, and hit M to save. I like the instructions there. Success. All right. And you go back. You got speed limit, screen brightness. Okay, press the bottom button down here, go back. All right, so now we're in boost mode, and we'll see how fast this thing is. There's actually a couple other settings. There's throttle limited, which you can turn on or off. So that limits the throttle to, I think, 20 miles an hour. I'd love to turn that off if we could. So let's go back into settings. And we're going to scroll down to throttle limited. Okay, there it is. We're going to press the M button again. Okay, it's on. I'm going to turn it off. I use the arrow buttons there. Turn it off. And back. Okay. There's also cruise control. You can turn that on or off. I don't really care about that. But cruise control is also available on the display settings. Alright, let's take this Velotric Discover 2 for a test ride. I am basically flat. My feet are flat on the ground here. Pretty comfortable. Pretty easy reach. You can even adjust this up, actually, the handlebar to come a little bit closer to you if you want to. But I'm in boost mode. I'm in PS5. Let's just see how this throttle accelerates here. Nice. One's coming. Yeah, it cuts out at 20. So the throttle setting was just for, I guess, what level you're in for the PES settings. Sometimes bikes come when you're PS1, the throttle only goes, you know, PS1 speed. So, but now we're at full throttle. I bump it up down to 1. No, it's not doing much of that either. So, all right, something's wrong with the setting then. Maybe I didn't save it. That could be why. Let's try that again. So hold down the M key. Throttle limited. Okay, it's on. Success saved. Oh, well, I don't want it on, right? So off. Okay, now I want to save it. Hit the M key. And then the back. Okay, let's try that again. PS1. There we go. Now we got full throttle. All right, much better. So let's see how pedaling does. So again, this is a torque sensor, so you have to push the wheels or push the pedals to gain any kind of relevant speed here. So I'm just very lightly pedaling and doing 7-8 miles an hour. Step it up a notch. Doing 12, 13, 14. I'm not pedaling as hard now, but still maintaining that speed. Slight incline here, so we're losing speed a little bit. Gotta work those legs again. You do have to work this bike, definitely. So you're gonna get a workout. You're not cheating with a torque sensor, especially like you can with a cadence sensor, but yeah, it's pretty good. Even in trail, it was pretty sluggish. You know, I was working pretty hard to get this bike going beyond, 10 miles an hour or so. not going to do any kind of PS speed settings because it's a torque sensor, so it just depends on how hard you're pedaling. Let's try it on a hill though, because I did ride the bike earlier. I'll put it in 5. I rode the bike earlier up some hills and I had to work. So that was in trail mode. I'm in boost mode now. Okay. All right, 12. Start to get steep over here. Or steeper. I'm working it. You know, that took some effort. So. I wouldn't call it a great hill climber because you have to really help this e-bike to get up a hill. Let's see how throttle only does. Throttle only up this medium hill, I would call it. Gaining speed, good sign. Oh yeah. It was much better with throttle going up this hill than it was pedaling, that's for sure. So, just keep that in mind, right? Going up a hill, use the throttle more, and save yourself from pedaling if you want to. Shocks on this are pretty good. This bike is, it's comfortable. It's well made too. It feels solid underneath you. Nothing rattles, nothing shakes. It just feels really planted to the ground. So Velotric did a nice job with this e-bike. I kind of wish it came in a step over frame. I don't really have any commuters in my long-term fleet here, so I'll probably keep this one for a while. But love this display here. It's just a very comfortable e-bike to ride, and I really have nothing to complain about this e-bike other than the fact that you have to work with a torque sensor. So some people will like that, some people will not. Just keep that in mind. All right, let's do a little top speed run here. We're at 18, 19, 20. Did it cut out there? It's 21. It's cutting out there, so am I not in class 3? Let's change that actually. Looks like I'm still in class 2. Okay, speed limits 20. Okay, sweet. Bump that up. Hit M for save. Success. All right, there you go. So you definitely have to change the speed limit if you want to go to 28. So let's try that again, shall we? All right, let's do a speed run here with throttle only. All right, so throttle goes to 28 now. It's 22, 23. We're going slightly uphill here. 24. So yeah, there's the throttle unlimited there, right there. So you can hit 28 with throttle only on this e-bike. That's a really nice feature to have. I wish every e-bike lets you do that in terms of changing the settings. 25.7, 26, and going back uphill again here. So close enough. Nice. All right, I'm in just boost P as 1, and I'm in, what am I in, 5th gear. Just cruising pretty gingerly here. Nice pace, 13 miles an hour. By the way, the seat in this is pretty nice. It's got pretty good coverage there. Doesn't feel hard at all in terms of just any kind of bumps. And it's comfortable, it's a great company, it's ergonomic. I think a lot of people will appreciate this commuter style e-bike if you do buy it. I do have a small discount, I think. Check the video description for that. And click the link if you do want to buy one there. Help the channel out. We got metal fenders up here, by the way. Forgot to mention those. A little bit of scraping going on there. Something scraping down there. Sometimes when you hit the front brake, it gets rid of the scrape. The battery in this, by the way, is a 14.7 amp hour battery, 48 volts. Kind of wish it was 15. Would have been nice to have a 15 amp hour on this. Yeah, we're doing 17 in PS1. Slight downhill here. And overall, it's just it's a really nice e-bike. It's easy to ride, easy to control and maneuver. I wonder what neighbors think of me sometimes, because they always see me going around with camera on or selfie stick, taking pictures of e-bikes. Such is the life of an e-bike YouTuber, I guess. Alright guys, there's a Velotric Discover 2 in pine green. A very nice color here in the dusk. It's about 6:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. It's a really nice kind of metallic dark pine green. Comes in a few other colors as well, red, black, and I think a yellow maybe. Put a link in the description for the video if you want to pick one up. But this is just a really nice commuter. I would put it up against the Aventon Level, Aventon Pace, that Van Powers Van Glide one, maybe even the U-Free as well. Although the U-Free is a little bit more expensive, around $2K. This comes in at $16.99. For that price point, you get a lot for your money. Apple Find My, you get an app, you get a big battery, you get front shocks, you get great street tires, you get nice brakes, you get a nice motor as well. All the settings in that display there are really top notch, and you can't ask for much more when it comes to a display like this for an e-bike. So that's it guys. So if you like it, check it out. I'll see you in the next Crisscrossed. Thanks for watching.